So before we get started today, I wanted to say a few things. A, thank you to everyone who sent in suggestions for challenges using items that I already have, which may inspire you to use items that you already have. I also want to address a few elephants in the room. Elephant number one, I overdid the makeup today. I know I did. It's like blue and teal. I was having fun, got carried away. Please forgive me. I hope it's not too distracting. Also, I'm not using a table for the table setting challenge today, and I will show you why. Because I'm using this countertop that you guys have seen a million times. I've cooked on it, we've done these shelves together. You're probably really tired of the countertops. I'm super sorry. Also, if you hear little monsters, there are little monsters, and they like to sit at this window and bark. But this is why you will not be seeing my table in the table settings video, because half of it's taken over by piano and the other half is Craig's domain of schoolwork, fixing things, junk. It's a really bad habit. I get one spot cleaned off and then we move to the next, and right now it is the dining room table. We live in a fairly small house, so I use that excuse, forgive me. But I think that this countertop will work, I just blocked the camera, I'm sorry, will work just as well as far as like showing you options. And I told you, little pitter patters. Why do I have 5 dogs? Okay, let's get right into it. So there's a few things you want to do before you, I just hit my bad knee, that really hurt. There's a few things you want to do before you get started on buying things for your house, knowing what you have that might work in your house already, and that is magazines. I recently listened to Lauren Conrad's podcast where she talked to an interior designer, and she made a really good point that I've never been able to express very well, and that is Pinterest is really limiting. You can see certain things on Pinterest, but they're pretty much all going to be the same style. It's going to be the same thing over and over again, and it's not like tangible. Like decorating is such a tactile, tangible thing that having something in your hands is really helpful. And there's the monster. So are y'all ready to see this extravagant collection that I have? It is pretty wild. Not the coffee cups and the coffee stuff. Look at all this china. I think I have some more over here. Yes! So not only do I have I need to do dishes so they're not all up there. Not only do I have these plastic blue plates from Target, these porcelain blue plates from Target. I got the larger versions too. Blue bowls, white bowls, all this is cheap stuff from Target pretty much is what I'm telling you. I've also got this beautiful glass stuff over here that I was telling you about. But you may not be that was loud, I'm so sorry. You may not be a part of a family where you inherited a bunch of china. Some of that china is even my great-grandmother's. I have a very sentimental family. But if you don't, thrift stores, I'll show you a plate in just a second. That was an awesome thrift store find. Also, Target, like I said, my daily use plates that I would set tables if just friends and family came over are Target. So don't feel like you have to have the expensive stuff to set a really nice table. Okay, so one of the suggestions that I had gotten through my Instagram poll was a summer vibe. So I went for a casual beachy vibe. Now, when I say casual, I don't mean your mom and your dad and your best friend are coming over. I mean, you're wanting to do something adult, maybe your boss is coming over for dinner or something, I don't know. So what I did is I mixed blues and whites because that's a really good summer color. I added height to the table, not too tall where you can't see the person that you're talking to, and a little bit of width to the center of the table. So that's what this pineapple is for. I stuck with the blue colors for the plating and the napkins and the table runner, but it's kind of like a mismatch blue. This blue matches this blue, but these blues don't really match, but they're both cool tone blues. So we got a bowl if you're having soup. We got a salad plate or a dessert plate, whichever way you're going. And we have a main dinner plate. So this is what it would look like if you were just doing a regular plate, like you weren't doing the whole fancy like salad, dessert, soup type thing. And it still looks really, really put together. And it's really simple. And yes, these are brass, like antique silverware that I've inherited, but honestly, I would do my regular silverware with it too. I just put it here because I had it and it matched the goldenness. But if you use actual silverware, it's not gonna clash. It's gonna look fine. And I just think it looks beautiful. Something you could do to maybe spice it up a little bit is put the napkin in the middle and then put the silverware in the middle. And then it's like, that's of course if you don't have the salad soup, those, you know what I'm saying. And this looks still so classy and it's so easy. And I'm gonna share another secret with you guys. I feel like Target should pay me at this point. Target. So everything pretty much that's not Target was like inherited, or like I think this was like Hobby Lobby or something, and I think this was just like Hobby Lobby or something. But so Hobby and Lobby and Target, you better pay me. But here's a really good casual / formal like dinner for summer. I love it. It's so cute. Is it not? I'm about to fall. Because he's making me trip. But yeah, it's so cute. Someone come over to my house so I can feed you. So I'm now realizing I forgot to put a cup in the last one, but I would just use like we have, you can't see my dirty kitchen. I'm not gonna let you see my dirty kitchen. We have these that I would have put up. So again, not gonna see my dirty kitchen, not gonna see it. Here we go. So this is more of like, my family's coming over. We're not eating outside, we're eating inside. But we don't really wanna use plastic plates. So I don't even have a napkin down for this, because with family, I don't know about you guys, but I end up using paper towels. Like, I'm sorry. I just have a simple blue plate. I have this cute, again, Target table mat. If you have a white table, I would not suggest using a white table mat or tablecloth. The whites don't match, they blend in, they don't look so good. Same with this pineapple that I'm using. It's not looking good with this white, but I'm imagining it on like a colored table. So I off-centered it so you could see this really pretty design on the table, what is this called? Table mat? Table setting? I forgot already, I'm sorry. And it's just so cute, like it's just really informal. These are my regular silverware type dishes. Plastic Target cup. Blues go together. No, I do not drink Jim Beam. Somebody gave me this bottle to spray paint for my wedding, and it's really cute, and it like matched the height for this. So you could get an idea of like a really, really informal, my mom and dad are coming over, but I want to look like an adult type table setting. So the next one he'll give me was a little bit harder, and it was casual retro. So what I got right here is some old china with a silver trim, but basically like any white plate would do. I've got my regular silverware, a plain white napkin. I got like a china glass, but a clear white glass would do. This table mat is very retro. Like it wouldn't match anything in my house. It might match my table. I might could pull it off. But these are bright colors. So to kind of counteract the bright colors, for the table setting, I went with like a more muted brown / tan table setting center, table center, whatever it's called. So this is very retro, but it's still casual. I'm not sure in what setting you'd want to use this for. Maybe a themed party. Maybe one of y'all are throwing a themed party. If you are, please invite me. I will help you decorate because it's so much fun, and I just want to go to a party. Someone invite me. Anywho, here is casual retro. Next table setting is very similar to the last. This is more not casual. It's so hard. What is wrong with my brain? Formal. This is more formal retro. So what I've done is I've gone for a darker color mat, which is a bamboo mat actually. And I've kept this small brown slash tan. I think it was like an old cheese thing, but I've added this wine, this is not wine, this olive oil pourer to add a pop of color and to add a height, because if it was just the brown and the brown, it'd be way too plain. I've gone for, even though this is a gold rimmed glass, I mean, my grandmother might notice that, but I don't think if you're just throwing a party nowadays, people will notice. But I've gone for a nicer glass of china. I have stuck with my regular silverware that matches my silver rimmed plate, but this time, instead of putting the napkin on the side, I have taken a vintage, again, you can get these really cheap at like a thrift store or a garage sale or something, a vintage napkin holder, and placed it on the plate, classed it up a little bit so that it is more of a retro, semi-formal table setting. Okay, so my things need ironed, and I'm sorry, but this was not a requested one, but it's kind of one that I wanted to throw together, and it's kind of like a vintage, pretty girly table setting. I got this plate that I got for 50 cents, 50 cents at a flea market at one point. I think it was in Alexandria, and I love it. I got this bird side of the road. Craig and I saw it, and I said, I need it. And I cleaned it, and he looks rough, but he, to me, is perfect. I got these flowers from like Hobby Lobby and the vase from Target, really cheap. Again, I got the inherited brass silverware. I probably would not use this napkin because this is actually a kitchen towel. But white on this white was too much, so I wanted to pop a color, but I realized I don't have a whole lot of color napkin. I do have this really cute, again, this was an estate sale actually, little bow napkin holder in a blue cup. So this is our vintage, kind of girly, that gap right there is driving me nuts, table setting. So yet again, I'm showing a table setting that nobody asked for, because this is my video, and this is what I would do in my house if I was having like a cute get together with all my friends and I wanted it to be kind of formal. I mix and match things. That's just what I do. That's not what I do for clients. Of course I do for clients what their vision is, but this is my dream. This is actually not a napkin, this is a tea towel. That's why it looks kind of large. I probably wouldn't give everyone a big tea towel. I'd probably find some similar cute napkins like this. I went with just a coral, really cute Target table runner. Again, Target. Blue plates, my white bowls that I love so much, my regular silverware. And then I mix it up, and while, you know, these patterns are quote unquote contradictory, but fun, but they wouldn't be cohesive if I didn't have a centerpiece that wasn't kind of the same, like feminine and fun. So I might do like a little bit bigger of a bouquet than this at an actual table setting, not taller, but bigger, something wider. And then this cute studded dog that I think I got from a store called Dirt Cheap, which is like a step above a thrift store maybe. And he's so cute. So this is like fun and modern, and again feminine, just like this table setting where it's like fun and modern, feminine, and this is pretty neutral. Yes, it's blue, but it's not feminine and it's not modern, it's not eccentric. It's pretty neutral in this setting. You could use white plates with this. You could even use paper plates because, hey, we're millennials and most of us don't have a whole lot of money. So this is another one, like I said, that you guys did not ask for. This is my eclectic, my personal choice when it would come to setting tables. I'm not like 100% on that blue glass, but I think it might be because this is a tea towel and not a napkin, so it's widening it and the glass looks off center. But yeah, I love this one. Okay, and last but not least, one that you guys asked about was like a Friendsgiving type setting, which is not right around the corner, but kudos to y'all for thinking of it early. So I was actually given this, it's pre-made with kind of like an outline. It says give thanks and everything, and you could write somebody's name, or you could have people write something that they're thankful for, but honestly, if you didn't care about all these little frills and stuff, I've seen some people do some really cute ones with just that brown, not wrapping paper, but like packing paper with like a black Sharpie or a gold Sharpie and end up really pretty. So, and that's really easy and really cheap, especially if you have a bunch of friends over, and put up pictures of them on the table. Now, of course, if this was an actual table with people on the other side, some pictures would be facing this way. And so what you would do is you would take another picture and kind of offset it like that, so it's not like a eyesore. But because I have the privilege right now of setting a table for one with no one behind me, kind of like a bar, I can make it like this. And you can have like, what is it called, like a buffet in the middle, family style. I just have butter to represent that. Or you could have a buffet to the side, people then come sit down on their spot. You could use this for a wedding. You could use this for almost anything, but definitely for like a Friendsgiving type setting. And if you wanted, you could add some seasonal decorations. So say if it's fall, it is Friendsgiving, you could add some pine cones and some leaves or something like that. But right now, all my winter stuff is packed up and I'm not about to go dig through my shed for it. So most everything that you've seen here has been pretty summer based. So the color is a little off because, you know, this is pretty fall and that butter dish is pretty summer. But you get the point. And if I had one that you guys just really, it stuck with you, it would be this one. Because this one, it could be almost free. Like honestly, besides like, you know, your food, I'm not talking about stuff like that, but table settings, it could be almost free. If you buy some of that brown packing paper, like I said, draw a circle or just write someone's name, and then just take frames and pictures of people that you already have and stack it throughout the table. And then maybe go to the dollar store and pick up the seasonal things. It's so cute. I hope it's helpful. And I'm kind of like sweating right now because I have the air off so that it's not being too loud in this video, so hopefully I don't look too much of a mess. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful when you're thinking about setting a table, when you're thinking about throwing a party, or anything like that. If you guys have any questions or you're throwing a party and you just want a little bit of help, feel free to message me, send me pictures, and I will definitely help you. This was kind of like a limited scope, like I said, using things that I already owned. I didn't go out and buy anything so that you could see it could be done. Even though you probably don't have as much china as I do, I really tried to limit the amount of inherited things that I used, and I used mainly Target stuff. So like I said, I hope it was helpful, and I love you guys. I'm glad to be back, and I will see you guys next week.